Hello folks, and welcome back to the Rangers Roundup. Well, quite a lot has changed since the last time we spoke. We've got new owners, a new manager, and a new season is almost upon us. But will we have the new players required to win anything? I severely doubt it, but then again, I am the eternal pessimist. Only time will tell. Rangers will find out later today who their opponents will be in the second qualifying round of the Champions League. Rangers could potentially face Panathinaikos, the Greek side, or SK Brann from Norway, whose season is already up and running, or it could be the Swiss side, Servette. I think you'd be looking to avoid Panathinaikos, who've got a good record against Scottish clubs. They've never been beat over the 90 minutes in 7 matches against Scottish opposition. Rangers did get past them in 2008 on the run to the UEFA Cup final. Nacho scored in Greece to send Rangers through on away goals. As I said, you'd be looking to avoid SK Brann as well. Their season's already up and running. They've played 11 games so far. They're sitting second in the Norwegian League. They did get a beating a couple of weeks ago though, an embarrassing one. 3-0 defeat to Molde, who are sitting 11th in the league. Molde were down to 10 men, so a wee bit of a flaky from Brann there. So most Gers fans will probably have their fingers crossed that we get Servette. Never done very well. They've never get past the third round of the qualifiers. We actually put them out last time we met. 2-1 it was at Ibrox. Tavernier and Dessers scoring the goals. That was back in the 23-24 season. So you'd be hoping to get them again. Not that they'll be a light touch, of course. There's no easy games, and especially where we're at the minute, we're really there for the taking. If we don't get real quality in, then other teams will be licking their lips at the prospect of facing us, and not the other way around. Speaking of adding names to the ranks, young Lyle Cameron joined from Dundee just the other day when the transfer window opened. He's come in after signing a pre-contract agreement in January to join us. Obviously he didn't know that Russell Martin was going to be the manager. Maybe that would have changed his mind. He might have just stayed at Dundee, or he might have went across the city or something, who knows. But of course I'm sure he knew at the time that Philippe Clement was not long for this world as far as Rangers are concerned. He was on a sugly peg for a good while there, and it was obvious that the Belgian wasn't going to be here by the time Cameron got here. But it'd be great anyway to have him in the team. I'm a real admirer of Lyle Cameron. I think he's the kind of player Rangers should have been signing all along, and I'm glad to see that we're finally getting their act together and getting some of these guys in. Although, will Russell Martin and his team continue to make those kind of signings, or are we just going to go down the road of getting in the English boys again, the lost boys from down in England whose careers have gone pear-shaped, and we just bring them up to Rangers and give them a massive amount of money, and they end up doing nothing, and we end up getting rid of them on a free about 3 or 4 years later, having wasted an absolute fortune on their wages. Let's hope we get our head screwed on here. Thelwell and his team have got to get this sorted out. More signings like this, please. Cameron was speaking to the Rangers website. He said it was a no-brainer as soon as Rangers came in. I was desperate to be here. It's obviously a massive club, and the history and everything about it is just amazing. Being from Scotland, I know what the club stands for, so I just wanted to jump at the chance. It's a new project. They're looking to build, improve and win leagues again, and I really wanted to be part of it. I want to come here, make an impression, do as well as possible and get this club back to where it belongs. So the young lad is saying all the right things. Hopefully he can do it on the park. As I said, I'm a big admirer of Lyle Cameron, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in a light blue jersey this season. 41 appearances for the D last year. He's racked up 14 goals from midfield, which is quite good. 9 assists, again, quite good stats. 4 yellow cards, which isn't too many in Scottish football, and no red cards, which is good news. I'm sure he'll get his first one when he pulls on a light blue jersey at Ibrox. You know what these referees are like. Can't say too much more, of course. Don't want to get into John Brown territory there, but I will just say, Bomber, you're spot on. Rangers, of course, have been linked with a number of other names so far in the transfer window. We've already missed out on a couple, I think. Harry Darling was one defender. We've missed out on him. And Cameron Burgess, the defender who left Ipswich Town to join Swansea City instead of coming up to join Rangers. I'm sure there'll be many more names linked across this transfer window, It's going to be a silly season as usual, as every name under the sun is linked with the club, and subsequently the vast majority of them will go elsewhere. A name that's been strongly linked with Rangers is a Peterborough winger, Kwame Poku. Looks like Rangers may actually have won the race to sign the winger, although we shouldn't speak too soon. I know these things have a tendency to go tits up, if you know what I mean. But Poku's stated he is leaving Peterborough this year, and it looks like Rangers are his preferred destination. The 23-year-old has had one cap for Ghana, and he's had a good season at Peterborough, attracting the likes of Birmingham City, who are eager to snap up the winger, but it looks like Rangers are his preferred destination, and he could be coming to Ibrox in the summer. Rangers would probably see Poku as an ideal replacement for Václav Černý, who left of course in summer when his loan expired. He's gone back to his parent club, and it looks like he won't be returning to Rangers. I thought Černý was pretty decent, but certainly wasn't worth the kind of money that Wolfsburg were looking for him. I'd say he's probably worth about 5 mil, nothing more. Peterborough signed Poku for £250,000 in 2021. Poku had 31 appearances for the Posh last year, scoring 12 goals from the wing with 9 assists to his name. That's quite good. 0 yellow cards, 0 red cards. But he missed 23 matches last year through injury, which, you know, that's a massive red flag when it comes to Rangers signing players with an injury history. Now, apparently he's not really had many bad injuries before this, but with the luck we've had over the last few years, you're definitely looking at that and going, not sure about that, man. You just know something's going to happen. You'll get him in the door, he'll play maybe 2 games and he'll be gone for about 3 months. That is the Rangers way. Like I said, I am the eternal pessimist. Last but not least, another player linked with Rangers is Max Aarons, who's a right back. He can also play at left back, so you know that means Tav's going to be playing at right back every week this season. And Aarons, if we get him, he's going to be playing left back, isn't he? Because nobody can take that right back slot away from Captain Fantastic. Aarons was away on loan to Valencia for much of last season, but he only played 2 games when he was there, so that's not great. He's only played 9 games overall this season. Bournemouth signed Max Aarons for £7 million in 2023 from Norwich City. He played 20 matches for Bournemouth that season, and Bournemouth did really well. But this season it's all going to be a bit pear-shaped for Aarons. As you can see, he's made 9 appearances this season only. 0 goals, 0 assists, 2 yellow cards to his name, no red cards, and his current market value, according to Transfer Market, is €6 million. So his value has dropped since Bournemouth picked him up. He was sent out on loan to Valencia last season for the last 6 months, and he only managed 4 appearances when he was there. But there's obviously something there that's caught the eye of Kevin Thirlwell and the Rangers recruitment team. Can he do a job for us? Who knows? Time will tell, as I say. It would be good. We definitely need more options in that right back berth, but as I said, is he going to get to play right back, or is he going to end up playing left back every week? Because that's what happens to anybody we bring in who's meant to be playing right back. They end up playing left back. He can play that position, but is that where we want him? No, we want him on the right hand side, if we get him. So that'll do for today, Bears. We'll be back with more transfer talk as the rumours continue to roll in. No doubt it will be linked with a whole host of other names as the month goes on. We need to get some serious quality in, because this season is going to be really tough, and I think the Rangers fans are running out of patience as far as the trophies are concerned. We had another barren season last year, and we can't have this going on too long. So we need to get back into the swing of things. We need to get back to winning trophies, and also Martin's going to have to turn this around really quickly. He's got a big job on his hands this summer to get this on the right path. He's going to have to bed in a whole bunch of new players, and he's going to have to teach them how to play his way of football. And is that going to be something that's going to be attractive to watch as a Rangers fan? Is it going to be a case of you have to put up with it We've heard fans of his previous clubs saying it takes a long while to get going, 6 or 7 months. The Ibrox fans, going to be patient enough to sit and watch terrible football for another 6 or 7 months whilst this guy tries to implement his plan? Who knows? I think these new owners anyway will be sticking by him. From all accounts, they're not going to be the type with knee-jerk reactions to the fans, what the fans want. They're going to be doing it their way. So when I saw that Russell Martin had signed a 3-year deal, I thought, oh dear, we're going to have to strap in here. This could be a bumpy ride. And it could be for the long haul, because we're just going to have to stick with it, Bears. I don't know if it's going to be attractive football, like I said. It might be, you never know. But from the sounds of it, he's talking about building up from the back and all that stuff. I can just imagine, that horseshoe. I still have nightmares about that horseshoe. Been seeing it so long now. Back and forth, unable to come forward. And then you get it back to your keeper, and your keeper's... is Jack Butland really the man that's going to build from the back? The guy's a bomb scare. We need to get... There's so many things that we need to sort out this summer. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I'll leave it there, because I'm going on a bit of a rant. So, we'll find out today who Rangers draw in the Champions League qualifiers. Hopefully it's Servette. But, we're going to have to just back the team, get behind them. Anything can happen in these games. The general consensus seems to be that these games are going to come along too soon, because Rangers are going to be in the middle of a big rebuild, and chances are we're going to get caught cold. But we do need, I think, European football, so we need to try and get into that Europa League. I think that's the bare minimum, Europa League football for me. Don't really want to drop down to the conference. I think that's a bit of a joke competition, that one. I wouldn't want to be in that one. I'd rather just not have European football than be in the Conference League. I know that's silly because of the money and all that, but I'm really not interested in watching Conference League football, and I don't want to see that green branding all around Ibrox either. The blue branding, I can take that with the Champions League. Orange branding, of course, that's right up my street for the Europa, but I'm not having the green stripes around the stadium, man. That's bogging. You don't want that. Anyway, I'll let you go there. So, speak to you again soon. Hope you all have a great day, and fingers crossed for the draw this afternoon. See you all after. Cheery bye.